This is Brix Fire, and today we're making Sunday gravy. All right, some folks call it Sunday gravy, some call it Sunday sauce. At the end of the day, guys, this is a really thick, rich, and hearty red sauce. It typically has at least 1 to 2 to 3 types of different meats in it. Today, we're going to be using some minced steak Florentine from our last video that we cooked on the live fire over here a couple of nights ago. And then we also have our house-made Sicilian herb sausage. That is our link of the month right now in town at Brix Barbecue. Aside from that, we're gonna start with roasting down our veggies first. I have 1 whole sweet onion here, and then I have 4 Mediterranean peppers, 2 yellow, 2 orange. These are going to be a sweet Italian style pepper, very in line with what you would get out of a bell pepper, but a little bit more sweet and not quite as bitter. Okay, I have my cast iron pan getting heated up right now in the pizza oven. I'm rocking at about 350, 400 degrees. It is a cold day, so I'm gonna try to keep that door closed on the pizza oven as much as possible. I've had that in there now for about 10 minutes. We're gonna pull it out and saute some veggies. Alrighty, set this right here. I'm gonna start by adding a little bit of this beef tallow spray. You guys know I love this. You'll see it many times in videos to come. Get a good base going there. Then I'm gonna add in a little bit of my non-filtered essential virgin olive oil here. Don't need much. Some of that is going to burn off, so you don't wanna get too crazy. All right, now we are going to add in our onions and our peppers. If you're starting this with raw meat, say you don't have any cooked meat like I do here, you would actually typically brown the meat first, and then you're gonna get some of that grease in the pan. Since this stuff was cooked previously, this is how we're gonna start our sauce today. All right, I'm gonna spread this out nice and evenly. I'm not gonna add in my my cloves of garlic yet, okay? I don't want those to burn. Put those nice and close to the fire, and we'll give those about 10 minutes. Stir them around a bit, and then we'll see where we are at. Okay, guys, our onions and peppers are sauteing in the cast iron in the pizza oven right now. It's rocking at about 350, climbing up to 400 degrees. As you know, we like to enjoy some fine wine and spirits on this show as well. Today, we're going to be having something from Washington State, Walla Walla to be precise. This is a Cabernet called Lake Hole. The thing that I really love about Washington wines, especially the Cabernets, is compared to Napa, and don't get me wrong, Napa makes some exceptional high quality wines. The stuff from Washington just has a little bit more complexity to it, in my opinion. Again, there's nothing wrong with the stuff out of Cali. I drink it often. Deep violet hue. You'll really see what I mean, guys. If you haven't had any Washington Cabernet before, the nose, you can instantly tell there's a distinct difference. There's an earthiness to it. There's a velvety espresso-like thing going on here that I just absolutely love that you don't often get in a lot of the Napa stuff. Oh, it's just rich, full-bodied. This is the 2021 vintage right here. These wines, just like the stuff out of Cali, these can go for a really long time. This could truthfully use probably another 5 to 6 years very easily, but they still drink very nicely, very young. We'll see how that opens up. Oh, and don't forget, go online and get you one of these wine savants, okay? It is a perfect way to aerate the bottle, and it's a great conversation piece. I mean, look how cool this thing is. Lake Hole 2021, good stuff. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out our veggies that are slow roasting in that cast iron right now in the pizza oven. I'm gonna add a little bit more oil here. And I'm also, in the meantime, I'm gonna slide in our eggplant that we need to roast that we're gonna add into our sauce later today. You'll notice that these are soaked in oil, okay? Eggplants, once you slice them, they're really like a sponge. They can take a ton of oil, and you'll find when you roast them at a high temperature, they break down and have this custard-like consistency in the meat of the eggplant itself, and it brings out a lot of sweetness. It's really awesome stuff. I enjoy doing All right, slide those back there, let those go. I'm gonna add a little bit more oil here. We burn a lot of that off, that's okay. Add this back in. And keep in mind, guys, this is something that you can do in the comfort of your kitchen. You can do this on the stovetop. You can do this in a Dutch oven, in your actual oven, your gas oven inside. There's all different ways that you can do this. Okay, I'm gonna stir these around. Looking good, starting to get translucent. I want them to kind of start to caramelize. So I'm gonna let them go for probably another 10 minutes or so. All right, guys, I just pulled out our veggies out of the pizza oven in this cast iron. I'm now going to add quite a few ingredients at once, okay? I have about 2 tablespoons of Calabrian chili paste. Really, really spicy stuff. You don't need much. Mix this in. At the same time, I'm gonna now go ahead and add in my whole cloves of peeled garlic and all of my meat, okay? Gonna add in about a dozen cloves of garlic there. These sausage links are chilled right now. We cold smoked them. Now they're gonna get seared in our cast iron pan once we throw this back in the oven. There we go. And then all of that steak Florentine from a couple of nights ago. So go ahead and add this in. I'm gonna add a little bit more oil here. There will be some grease from the meat and sausage that cooks off. And at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and salt everything as well. We'll let this cook down for a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and stir all of this around, let it cook down for a few minutes in the pizza oven. And then we'll go ahead and add in our red wine, our passata, all of those other ingredients that really start to turn this into a true Sunday gravy. All right, guys, I just pulled this out of the pizza oven. You can see how beautiful this is starting to look. I'm browning the sausage here. Veggies are really starting to cook down. Got that steak in there. Oh man, this is looking rich, thick, and hearty. Now, I'm gonna show you this eggplant that I pulled out of the pizza oven. You can see how toasted golden brown that got. And you can see it's just soft like a custard, guys. It's just so oily, so delicious. We're gonna now add in our passata. Passata is essentially just your tomato sauce, okay? I always try to find real San Marzano tomatoes, guys. I sometimes will do these sauces from scratch and roast the tomatoes in the oven. The consistency sometimes I actually do prefer out of canned passata. Check this out. This is crushed San Marzano tomatoes right here. And then I have another one that's peeled whole San Marzanos, also from the same brand. Put this in here. I'm gonna stir this around. Move this all around here, guys. I'm gonna add in about 1 cup of a dry red wine here. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and season it. Add a little more salt. Some of our dried Sicilian herbs here. You guys will find that I love this stuff and use it often in all of the pasta sauces and other dishes that I make. And last but not least, the Louisville Slugger of pepper grinders. All right, I'm gonna stir this up a little bit better, and then we will go ahead and toss this back in the pizza oven, guys, and now this is gonna have to cook down for a few hours. All right, guys, we are back. We just pulled out our Sunday gravy out of the pizza oven. Now it's time. You can see how thick it's getting now. Oh, it's looking so thick and rich, beautiful. You can see those cloves of garlic in there starting to break down, caramelize. It's now time to add our heavy cream, and we're going to add in a little bit of grated pecorino cheese as well. We're going to do just about a half quart of cream. And let some pecorino melt in there. About a quarter cup of pecorino. We'll go ahead and stir this in. This has been going for about an hour and a half now, guys. This will regain more of that dark red hue after it cooks down in the pizza oven for a little bit longer. All right, mix that in, looking beautiful. And back in the pizza oven we go, probably for around another hour or so. Sauce is almost there. You can see we're getting some grease starting to pool. That's no problem. We can always remove that with a ladle at the end. All right, guys, we're back inside. Got the gravy out of the pizza oven. You can see just how rich, thick, and hearty this got. I mean, it's looking amazing here. I just got it on the stove top to keep warm. I have some pasta noodles boiling over here in this pot. They're just about done. We're gonna strain this, but you'll notice I always have a 3-pan or 3-pot setup anytime we're gonna toss pasta, okay? I have my sauce in one, pasta water and pasta in one, and then we're actually going to spin and toss the pasta in this pan in the middle here. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of heat to this pan, just on nice and low. I'm gonna go ahead and add in some sauce. You always want the proportions to be on point here. Add in some sauce. And then let's pull out a little pasta here. Don't worry about straining it too much, guys. That extra starch in the pasta water is going to help it cling to the noodles. Spin it around here. And you can just see it's nice and rich. We're gonna toss this here. There we go. And you can see, guys, this right here is a cold weather dish. Thick, rich, hearty. We're gonna go ahead and plate this here in a second. All right, guys, we got our Sunday gravy plated up here. Some beautiful thick spaghetti. I'm gonna top it with a little bit of grated pecorino here and give it some color with a little bit of chopped parsley. Oh. As they say in Italy, fantastico. So it's about 4 hours later. We're enjoying this beautiful pasta. We have our Washington State Cabernet. Just look at this, guys. Thick, rich, hearty, so much depth of flavor. Just the right amount of heat. Our wine has finally opened up fully. That rich nose. Wow. This is absolutely awesome, guys. Tell me in the comments, go home, make the Sunday gravy. What are you gonna drink with it? Lone Star, bourbon, vino, what you picking? Cheers.